Welcome back to the show, RHMax.tv. How's it going, everyone? Happy Monday out there. Hope you're doing well. Are you ProveXing? ProveXing out there, doing some pulse chaining, some PulseXing, some PulseXing, some hexing. Well, hexing is a hard one. Hexacanning. Excited to dig into some ProveX today. They launched. I don't know if you guys saw it, remember, or if you missed it, but I was doing a stream last Saturday, I want to say, that came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, it looks like there's something there. Is it real? Is it not? And I gave my opinion on that. I was like, can't see anything malicious on it. It looks like it's real. But again, I wouldn't use it until Richard confirms. And then 12 hours or so after that, Richard made a tweet about it. And yeah, what a launch. What an interesting launch we had there. But anyways, we'll get all into it. We're going to do a lot of fun stuff. If you have used ProveX, let me know. If you've made deposits where you've bought or sold or used with Venmo or whatever you've done, let me know in the chat because I'm curious people's user experience and stuff with it so far. So anyways, without further ado, welcome back to the show. MVP of the ProveX conference, because I thought he was. Fast Abdoul. How's it going?
Thank you, Max. Good to be back. Let's talk ProveX.
Did ProveX launch before the ProveX conference? Or one day after?
I think it was the day after, or that's when people noticed, right? Like define launch date.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Is like, I don't know how long it was actually up before anyone noticed, but it would be funny if it actually did launch before the conference. Or if just the day after, that's fine too. I was like, all right, there's a ProveX conference. Not that the devs were like,
seems like too much to be a coincidence.
I don't pretend to think that these things are getting people to launch or do things otherwise. But I'm glad it went off, and yeah, again, thanks again for contributing so much to it. A lot of people put in some time, energy, and effort into it, and you were around for a lot of it too. So appreciate the great commentary. You got some great clips out from you talking about it, and Ben and everyone else too. So it's a great time.
Yeah, it was well done.
Pretty fun. And nothing could shake the community up and get them more engaged than an actual launch of the product after the conference happening the next day of that. Nobody could tell if it was real or not. Am I right?
Totally. Yeah. Intuitively, if you know how like Web 2 works, it looked like it was real because it was app.provex. And we knew that ProveX.com was the official site. So only the team controlling ProveX.com can add the app on the front. But still, like, there was no announcement. Right. So it's like, it was a little bit dicey as far as telling people to use it or not. But then Richard stepped up pretty quick.
There was a tweet a little bit afterwards. And yeah, like I said, I was doing a stream. I saw it happen. I was like, whoa, wait, all right. Let me check this out. Let me do some research. And I did a stream about, hey, it's not been confirmed yet, but there's a possibility, this could be real. Turned out to be real. And it was just I don't know what you call it, ninja launch. It was a launch and then stealth launch. It was it was a launch. I don't know what strategy, what has been the most popular strategy around doing it that way? Because Hex definitely had a lot of streaming and promotion leading up to it, even a referral program, if I remember. PulseChain took a long time. PulseX, they launched.
A lot of buzz before launch there, yeah.
Ton of buzz. This one, and those had tokens. ProveX launched the platform without a token yet, and stealth launch.
It's interesting because I thought it would be the other way around.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. And even the opportunity to, if Richard comes back in the stream and stuff, it'd be great. Oh, ProveX launch in 2 more weeks, and all that stuff, and talking about, oh, what if you get but you already got your tokens? Oh, let's see how they're trading. So many different scenarios that could have been interesting there, but it went with this one. So let's go. It went with this one. This is the one we got. So, so yeah, if you haven't caught up with it, about a week ago, I think Saturday, it was noticed that the app.provex.com was live. It hadn't been officially announced that anyone could tell so far. So we're a little not sure to call it official or not. And then it became, Richard tweeted about it, became, okay, Richard talked about it. It was, it looks like it's launched. And then people have been using it. Like what has been your take on, have you been testing it? Have you been beta testing it? People are beta testing ProveX.com. What have you seen
Definitely.
people?
And like it says right on the site that it's in beta, right? So it says this app is currently in beta. Please start with small amounts while you learn how it works, right? So I think, people are doing $5-10 and just testing it out, testing the different methods. I've spent more time just pressing the buttons, checking out the functionality, right? And like the currencies available, such as Vietnamese dong, for example, one of the options. There's
Dong
and then
auction
there's
here?
all the different providers like PayPal and so on and so forth that change depending which country you pick, which is kind of cool.
I just had to verify there is a VND, a Vietnamese dong option here. Okay.
Yeah. There's also Argentinian pesos.
Argentine pesos. We got
Something from
Canadian
Uganda, I think.
dollars, Chinese yuan, euros, and then the platforms too. So when we see this, maybe it's a question too. So we got Revolut, Venmo, Wise, Cash App, PayPal, Zelle. I see dollars here, $25,000 USDC, no cooldown, $5,000 USDC. Are these the limits? Max per order based on your tier platform risk. Okay. So it looks like those are the limits. They're not necessarily what people have put up for deposit. Maybe you can explain that too. Like, can you explain deposits and how, just kind of give people a refresher of how this, oh, there's a burn button. Wait, coming soon. Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Was there something new added? Okay. Does this still says coming soon?
The burn button was there on day one, but it always gave you the coming soon.
Yeah, and when I looked at it the first time, I saw, maybe I was looking at a different version. I know there's like cache stuff. I don't know why. Like it doesn't. Sometimes I feel like I gotta like clear cache. If you ever not looking, if you feel like you're not seeing the latest version or something, I do. You can clear your browser cache, and because sometimes it gets cached, you're not seeing it. I remember seeing 19 contracts here. Was there a new or is this just on? Am I just on base? Am I looking at base network? There's 14 on base. I can't remember.
I haven't been following the contracts. Have you looked at the Pure page? I've been putting those up beside each other. You can see there's quite a correlation in utility, which is kind of cool. I think it's going to be a good thing.
The Pure.xyz. I'll think about the browser extension. Yeah. So if you look at, open, /swap. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty similar. We got buy sell liquidity here, leaderboard. What's leaderboard?
They don't have a burn button, but
no burn button. Field volume. So you got liquidity providers. So when they say liquidity providers, is that just the buys? Is that like the deposits and people helping match orders?
I think so.
Yeah,
and we can see it shows the percentages there.
Okay, field volume, $1 million volume. Okay. So total
APR, we can see what the APR is on each platform, each order.
And to use this actually, let me go to take a guided tour. So it has like a tour too. Okay. Beta software, how much money you want to spend in your selected currency. Choose your payment method, Venmo, Zelle, Revolut, and fiat currency. See the
payment methods change depending on which currency you're transacting in.
Okay. So you get quotes. That's what I want to show too. Connect your wallet to place an order, complete an active swap. Want to earn fees? Visit the sell page, deposit crypto, and earn your rate. Okay, so that's the deposit piece. That's what I want to talk about too.
And the quote thing, there's a little arrow you can press to see the quote.
Where's
on the buy page?
Oh, on the buy page, arrow. Oh, view quotes. Okay, I know it's like, okay, so 7 deposits. I thought I saw, 7 deposits. I thought there was some more here before. Maybe I was looking at another version of it, but
it'll like you have it on Revolut right now. If you change to another source, it gives you another set of quotes. All right.
Gotcha. So that's a good point.
Whoever the biggest one is will have the most.
So we got a couple $100 or so on Venmo. I think over 1,000 on Revolut, somewhere through there. Wise, let's see. Let's go look at here. There's one deposit on Wise for a few dollars. We got Cash App. We got maybe 75. $60, $75 on there. And then PayPal, 2 deposits. So pretty small in there as well. I'm just kind of doing quick math and just to show you guys like what estimated how much has been deposited so far. Yeah, just under $100 for Zelle. So the biggest one looks like Revolut. It's got around getting close to 1,000, if not 1,000. Yeah, maybe 1,000 or so.
Yeah, people are testing this in earnest for, probably just for entertainment at this point, but it appears to be working. And with how close it is to the Pure.xyz page, it's like, well, clearly it's going to end up looking like that. It's going to have probably all those features, right out of the box. And then we'll see if there's more added on. I'm most interested in the add-ons, things that it could do that Pure does not do yet.
Like the token, could have a token.
The token, that's a good start.
There's something too. I don't know if a lot of people have noticed. So the Pure auth extension on stuff. So there's also the extension. That's what we talked about before. The browser extension, how it works. So it looks like it's going to be a browser extension with. So you got wallet. So you correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks like okay. Yeah, how it works. Connect your wallet. So you got the wallet part, and then you got the so pay Pure directly via Venmo or Zelle. Escrow crypto is released to your wallet. Trade complete, no middleman involved. There is a Pure auth extension though. So I think there is the wallet. So wallet extension, the Pure auth extension, which if you click, if you click install, it'll take you to the page. Pure auth authenticate and use credentials across websites. So this is what enables the ZK tech. Is this what that piece does? Serves as the interface for ZK TLS protocols. Okay, enables to export securely across it. So because one of these it showed what you need. Okay, the Pure auth extension on site is not needed for this step, but you will need it to verify your payment in the next step. Okay, so you get your wallet part.
We can see this as a Pure app, like it says Pure.xyz right on that install page, right? So there's been a deal that's been made, which is unusual for Richard, but I think very, very good in this case. I think this is why this thing works on day one with all these business deals with, PayPal and Revolut and stuff like that. We're getting a lot more out of the box than we would have if there wasn't some sort of arrangement in the background here.
I mean, do you think there was an explicit one, or was it just, hey, we can use this app for error? Because when I first thought about it, I just thought, okay, they could use this enables the tech to work. We've already launched the contract. They already launched the contracts on PulseChain and Base. Is that right? PulseChain and Base. And this is like what enables it to work. But maybe there was some conversation. I mean, there was a conversation between the.
I think there probably was, right? It doesn't seem like Richard to launch something like this that could be, rug pulled from the community, right? Like, if these guys had an option to block PulseChain or something like that, I don't think he would have given direct links to their product. I did see some other rumors and stuff like that, but I haven't confirmed them myself. But yeah, I feel like he's got a connection.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised too if just other platforms, if it does become, if this catches on, if the protocol catches on, again, ProveX is the fork of Pure ZK P2P, and the whole ZK tech catches on for privacy, for transferring money and stuff. Yep. There could be other platforms that, okay, we use this app, and who knows? Are you still getting a wallet? Is that integrated in? Is this kind of like becomes the payment method instead of relying on wallet for everything? Maybe you need both. Maybe it becomes integrated together at some point. I was looking through these reviews too, and funny enough, I haven't seen anything that mentions PulseChain. So a lot of 5-star reviews. If anyone wants to leave I wouldn't be surprised if people want to leave an honest review that if they've used it. And a lot of people, this may become more popular over time. So it'd be cool to see PulseChain people using it. So we got that part, trade complete, no middleman involved. All right. I'm gonna check chat real quick too. Has anyone used this before? Anyone made deposits? Anyone earning? Let's see if we do sell. Oh, okay. I can't really. Actually, let me see if I just have the dummy one here. I'll be able to click this and just get a better look at the interface. Okay. Yeah, let me do this. And Unsport network, PulseChain. Okay. I just wanted to see if it would show like what APR, what percentages, estimated manual profit. Okay. But you got to actually make deposit on this one. Okay. Just curious. Just curious. Does it show anything else?
Probably it's going to look like that Pure page with the full breakdown of the APRs. I would think that would be where it's going.
Okay. So percent profit, is that the realized profit? Is that the APR you're talking about? Total realized profit, profit percentage, realized profit. Let's see. Can I sort this? No. Yeah. Let me click around too to see sell, buy, burn. Just want to see if it shows me anything else except the matching ones. If you click one of these too, so when you click one, let's see. If I show, what is this? View order history payment methods. You send, so let me just type in like 100. Does it, you receive, is it supposed to tell me? Or am I supposed to do like, no, here's 101. Oh, okay. So you send, so I typed in 100, I send 100 USD. And then I went to deposits and saw a quote and I see there's 100 here. And if I click on this one, it'll say, okay, I receive $89. Why is it $89? Seems like more than 1%, 2% fee. So $100 plus 1.1 exchange rate.
Yeah, that is not 2%. It's more like 11%.
Let me try a different one. Okay, so this one, maybe it's got something to do with okay, so this says 1.1. Okay, so when you make a deposit, it sounds like this is what's happening. When you make a deposit, you set the rate. So this person put 100 in and they've set the rate at, it looks like 10%. Yeah. And this one set the rate for 4%, 2%, whatever that is. So, and it shows you the best rate. Okay, so if I click that one, $96. So 100 plus this, best in Revolut.
Somebody big made a beneficial rate to get onto PulseChain. That could be popular.
Yeah, if it's very, very low.
The rate was sent at 98%. Instead of, or like there was a 2% advantage to come onto PulseChain. I think you'd find lots of users.
Be interesting. Yeah. Interesting to see what the rates are set for. So we see the quotes, the service it goes through. And then this, when I click on it, is this just like the username, the depositor? And then I guess like if I, had the Pure auth extension, when you go through the, let's see, when you go through the process, it'll just be like, at some point you send it. Is that maybe that's what the Pure auth does? It lets you send it to that service. Be like, hey, this is the order. This is the P2P person, P2P depositor that I want to interact with. Let's see. It serves as the interface to ZK-TLS protocols, which enables users to export data securely from any supported integration. Okay. I kind of want to read your reviews real quick too. Fast way to get access to USDC. Bringing on-chain data, off-chain data on-chain. It's definitely the easiest way for me to get fiat and crypto working well together. This thing could catch on, and ProveX is there. Could I even have a token one day?
Yep.
Never know. All right, let's talk to chat real quick. Chat, what's up? When airdrop, if you're talking about the ProveX sacrifice airdrop, I would like to know that too. I thought it'd be before the platform. But it is, sounds like it could be after the platform. Bang, bang. What's up, vets? How's it going? This is the thing that puts PulseChain on the map. Hopefully so. UFO to go. How's it going? Good to see you. Fat Sammy. Good to see you as well. Robbie Crates. Hello. Been waiting for a video like this. I have no idea how to use ProveX. Might as well learn from RHMax. Well, I don't know if we're teaching ProveX today, but we're talking about ProveX. Maybe give you some idea of how it works. Exploring, yeah.
But I think if you did some walkthrough videos, Max, that would probably be pretty popular right now.
Yeah. I'm less of a tutorial guy. And these are interesting too, because you kind of got to have the pieces set up to do it. I don't know. It's kind of one of those, like, it does make me want to think, oh man, I know everyone's like waiting on someone to do it, but I don't know.
Like it says right there, folks, like that this is in beta and use small amounts. So like make a new wallet, put $5 in it and play with $5, or try to bring $5 from your bank onto PulseChain, right? By pressing the buttons. You'll only risk the $5 in that wallet. I think it's unlikely that you'll have further issues. Sometimes you just got to press the buttons, but just always do so with small amounts.
Will Richie come back to promote ProveX like when he shield hex? That's what we were talking about at the beginning of, like, the other launches. There was a lot of streaming and a lot of promotion up to it. This one, stealth launch, correct me if I'm wrong, one post about it. And haven't heard much after that.
No, well, I don't know if we want to call this a launch, right? Like this is a beta testing of a protocol that's going to have a corresponding token that hasn't come out yet. And I feel like it's likely that his hands are still somewhat tied by the Interpol red notice, of which there's half as many charges attached as there used to be. So I think we might get everything at once, Max. I think maybe Interpol comes away and it goes away, and then a ProveX token launches and Richard starts shilling it on live streams. Could all happen, in a 24-hour period. I just don't know when that period is.
That is a pretty interesting perspective, actually. Like, was launch not announced because this isn't the lead up to launch? This is the beta is live testing period, so people can test it, and then there will be a launch phase, a more official launch with or without promotion.
We'll see. Run up and advertising, like the regular stuff we've seen him done before. Like we've seen anything from Richard, he repeats what works, right? So like, he did a sacrifice for that because that worked in the past, and it didn't work as well, but it worked to the tune of $17 million, which I still call generally a success. So like, I can't see him 100% stealth launching the token and everything just with his past, what he's done in the past. I think we're gonna see probably a big hurrah and lots of talk. He'll probably do a media tour if he can. So it just may be the timeline on that may be relying on other things happening.
Seems like there's some more that could happen with this. It could be a more official launch. It is the beta is live, and the platform is technically live. It's in beta apparently. But I could see that tweet too. Hey, ProveX, something about ProveX launch. The platform has been in beta testing for weeks now, and now the token. I heard there may be a token come up soon or something. I could see that.
It seems possible that maybe we weren't supposed to find this when we did too, right? Like maybe the dev's finger slipped and he made the app go live before he was supposed to, and then they just rolled with it and like, oh, we're doing beta testing now, I guess. Stuff like that happens.
I thought about it, but I don't know. I think it seems like maybe it just needs to be live on, because of course I was thinking, okay, it'd be on testnet and they'd be testing it, but maybe it needs to be like tested with, because this is like it's integrating with like Venmo and all these companies that, like, they don't have. I don't assume we have access to like testnets for them and like that. If you're doing like real money going across the wire, maybe this thing does need beta testing on the official network. Like, it's just one of those things, one of those exceptions that's the best way to do it, or at least one way that was chosen to. I could see that.
Yeah, and you don't want somebody losing a large sum of money. Like if somebody loses $5, that's a fixable problem. But yeah, you don't want tens of millions of dollars going through here yet.
Oh, we'll get back to this one in just a second. But I sent a small USD amount, got USDC back, use payment tag on app. Okay, Acid Thunder, thank you for letting us know. Apparently, it's sounds like used ProveX, sent a small USD amount, got USDC back, use payment tag on the app. Payment tag on, is that the, when you said payment tag, is that the like the depositor tag that you like use the app to send it, or was it all through the Pure extension? I guess you kind of gotta,
good question.
You gotta use the app, right? Maybe that's the third part of this. You got to use the app in order to send them, because you're sending the money, because to send the real money, you got to send it for it to be deposited, I would think. So there's two different things. There's buy and sell. So when you're selling it, okay, when you're buying it, you're using money to buy crypto. Like when we want to buy here, you're sending $100, you're using money through Revolut to buy USDC on PulseChain, right? So that's the buy part. And then the sell part is so you must be selling crypto for people to you're putting up like a liquidity of like crypto. Is that right? Putting up like liquidity for crypto for people to then buy it.
If we look at the Pure site, right, they have actually two buttons. There's a buy button, and then there's a send button. And the send button allows you to move between chains. So there could be more that's coming, in regards to this. So and then there's also a sell button, right, where you can see the deposits, see what's closed, et cetera, et cetera. So there's going to be like a peer-to-peer portion of this probably that's like one person to another person, whereas the Venmo thing and stuff like that, that's kind of fiat to crypto on ramp, right? But there's going to be crypto to crypto, and then there's probably going to be person to person inside of crypto, or from fiat to crypto, person to person.
Yeah, guys, don't quote me on the process, because we're all still figuring it out too. So I'm just trying to like think through each piece of it, because there's a few different, there's extension pieces, there's I think there's the app piece, and when I asked the Thunder, it sounds like he responded, payment tag for person who sent from Revolut. Okay,
there we go.
So he was taking USDC, he was just taking USD, buying USDC. So payment tag for person. So then Acid Thunder, you took the tag, you placed the order, you took the tag, you sent the money to the I guess depositor or person from Revolut, like whatever, and then the proof from that released the USDC to you. It sounds like that's what I'm thinking. Question mark. They had a payment, and then he said they have a payment name tag on Revolut tag. Why tag Revolut? Okay, yeah. And I'm not, I think a lot of people have used Venmo before and stuff like that, Cash App, but like some of these other platforms, if you've never used them, it's you're not familiar with the terms and tags and stuff either.
They have stuff on there that even the boomers know how to use, right? Like it lists PayPal, right? How long have we all been using PayPal? It's not going to be that hard.
PayPal has been around for a while. It's true. Yes, person sent money from Revolut. Okay. Peer to peer. So, anyways, thank you, Acid Thunder One, for giving us some details on some of the process and giving people a visual of how the pieces work. We had a question on Vault 369 pumped for when launch, Dev.
Good question. Well, it'll launch when the devs are done. Right now, the token's live, so opposite of ProveX, but the protocol is not yet live. So waiting on some final touches. Wanted to line up a bit with the ProveX token launch, since ProveX will be one of the collateral items, but will also include Pulse, VPLS, and UPLS, stake Pulse, right? Which I think will allow us to launch whenever we're ready. So just working on some final touches with the devs. I'm going to open a testing room for the community soon. So we'll have a beta like this that you guys can test. Probably do that later this week. We're just hammering out the final details. But anything to do with stable coins, I don't rush the devs. It will launch officially with volume when when ready. But we're getting pretty close.
A question here too, kind of riffing on what we talked about before from Bets. Yes, how much networking has RH done with these platforms, Venmo, PayPal, Venmo? Does he have a team reaching out on behalf to the situation? I think I could see it either way. I think the tech probably works, and unless they block it or do some proprietary thing or otherwise. I suspect the extension, the Pure auth extension that Pure.xyz released and made stuff probably works for platforms who want to use it and have the integrations and stuff there. That's what I suspect. But also, I
You
don't
found
know.
a workaround so you didn't have to make those business deals, right? Because I think it's unlikely that RH has been in contact with each of those payment providers and made a special arrangement for PulseChain.
Yeah, I think I could see that. I mean, but again, does PulseChain devs or RH or otherwise is there? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard from anything beyond that, but I suspect it was like, oh, this technology exists. There's already been some ways to transfer stuff, the integrations for the platforms. Now we can use that with that app. Maybe there's a new app one day. Maybe there's a PulseChain maybe there's a ProveX app that's a fork of that one. Yeah, who knows? But right now it seems to be working. Or y'all tell me if it's working. As far as the deposits and the platform seems to be using the other extension, and that's how it's set up today. What's the correct link? The one I'm looking at is app.provex.com.
That is correct. But I think like this is going to go a lot faster than we thought.
As far as like getting token, like new updates from ProveX, like what?
Well, I think just like as far as the app rolling out, like I thought we might see a token like, buy now, and then we would have been waiting like another 6 months to have an app. I think we might have an app, like a fully functional app in another, 1 to 3 months, and then I have a token to go along with it. We may get everything.
And this is different than PulseChain too. I know, because this is, I guess maybe that's another question too. Why do you think there's so much? Because there's the disclaimer, and even RH's post about it was kind of like, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not, this or that. This is because it's not, maybe one day it'll be a decentralized app, but this is a, app.provex.com. Maybe one day it'll have a hash and all that stuff too, and be decentralized and just use the peer extension or new extension or something too. But this seems a little bit different in that way for ProveX than what we've seen and launched and had for PulseChain and Hex. Like, what do you think that is?
That's a good question. Yeah, I can't say for sure. Just don't have enough data yet.
Maybe it's because it's not I don't know. This is a trust push. It says there's no customer support, there's no undo button, there's no refund. I mean, it's very, even the ProveX sacrifice was a lot more like of that stuff, a lot of disclaimers than I remember before. But I don't know, maybe it's just like, hey, this is always a good idea. Who knows if this will become, like I said, IPFS app or something one day as well. But
probably it will. Like I bet you there'll be an app like similar to what we've seen on PulseX where you can run it locally on your computer, right? Like, that seems likely.
Sorry, guys, can't get to all the comments, but I'll get this one real quick. RHMax, do you think the transfer will appear in a bank statement? It's coming. The money part's going through the platform, like the platform as in like the money platform, like Revolut, PayPal, Venmo, all that. From what I understand,
So that part would. Yeah, it would say your bank account to PayPal or wherever, but it wouldn't say your bank account to PulseChain.
Yeah, I think all that's taken care of. So there's different layers here. Like there's a layer of you have the app, you have the platform, you have the ZK tech, and you have the app and the extensions. and then you have the you have your wallet and what transactions and stuff you can do. And then you have the integration, you have the payment platforms like the Revolut, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all that stuff. And that's where, that's already been, I guess they've already been KYC. I guess like all that stuff's already been, that's already taken care of on that side. And you're just kind of like proving, right? You're proving that it went from this place to this place, P2P with the tech and using the integrations that are provided that we have that are out there already. So it's kind of, there's all these different systems that are working together. All these different apps and systems are working together for it. But yeah, I don't know, but I think that's probably on the integration payment side.
Seems likely.
What do you guys think 2026 is going to bring to altcoins? Whew, I'm going to pass that one to fast Abdoul. What do you think the future holds 2026 for altcoins? Are they going to zero? Are they going to 10,000x? What do you think?
Well, let me get my crystal ball here and make an accurate prediction based off nothing at all. I think, we have to wait to see what happens, right? Like we got the crypto president, we got the SEC changing hands. Like there's a bunch of stuff that, is supposed to happen, but there was a bunch of stuff that should have happened already too, right? So I think we got to wait for a couple more bills to pass and, for a little more flattening out of what's happening with Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. And then we might see if we get our altcoin season. But there's really nothing in my mind that I can see happening right now that's going to tell me 2026 is going to be the best year ever. However, PulseChain could have its own season that is disconnected completely from the altcoin season. And that's a concept I'm very interested in.
Win our season, Dev. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, our season.
I would like PulseChain to have rocket ship season. That'd be cool. But who knows? Till then, though, there seems to be some building. Seems to be some new stuff coming out as far as that goes. Yeah, and we're just this stream. I think we're gonna find out a lot more about ProveX. Maybe we'll see some new features. Maybe we'll see a token launch at some point. We're just exploring. We're just, don't quote us or be like, oh, this is how you use it. We're just kind of clicking around, understanding it too. But I think, man, we got to have some more. It's funny because before the conference, it was like, oh, what do we know about it? We don't know much about it. And my first instinct is like, I think we know a lot of speculation, at least about it. We know kind of what it may look like, what extension, the browser extension, what it's supposed to do. And all those pieces. But now we actually have the platform, or at least a beta version of the platform that's being tested live. And now people can use it. So I think as far as knowing how it works and figuring that stuff out, and there's Pure.xyz, which is again the what it was forked from. See how it's working. See all the stats pages on it has that we showed. I think we're going to find out a lot more about it. Have a lot more people. Yeah, again, I think
we'll get some of those stat pages on ProveX because that's one thing that is missing. Like we can't see the leaderboard. I think that'll be useful, right? To be like, oh, this guy is, making bank because he's provided liquidity on here for this stable coin from this country and so on and so forth. I think there's going to be opportunity here that people don't realize yet. You could actually make money with this.
Yeah, I definitely want to see a page like this where we can see the liquidity piece. We can see the platforms it's coming from, the providers. Yeah. There's the APR. Okay, some APR spread based on volumes, liquidity share, and conversion rate. Yeah, so it looks like a very early beta launch on that. Hope to see some more stat sites too, and more people using it. Again, if you've used it, yeah, let me and Fast Abdoul know. If you tag us on X and be like, hey, I've used it and here's a little guide I wrote, or here's my experience. If you've had a good experience with it, or here's, some bullish sentiment on what I think about it. Here's, all that stuff. And if you're making tutorials, if you make a tutorial, if anyone watching who's out there making PulseChain hex content and stuff like that, and you make a tutorial, you make stuff, but especially about ProveX, like let us know, tag us. And that we're not going to see everything, no promises, no expectations, but every once in a while I come across videos and I'm like, wow, this is a really good video. And, we can, the community, getting it out there and community can see it and stuff like that. I think that's, there's some ways, if you make quality content, hopefully, no expectations, but hopefully, a lot of people get to see it.
There's an opportunity here for somebody. Like the first big ProveX guide, like even if it's not perfect, right? Just get it out there and yeah, you'll probably get some shares, you'll get some likes. So if even if it's glitchy, right? Be like, well, I tried this, it didn't work, but like, show me you pressing the buttons on the screen. I think people would like that.
I don't know about you, Fast, but when I see, like, I want to see that. Like, I like to learn from other people's content. I like to, oh wow, that helps me like visualize and wrap my head around and frame content and think about things too. Like, I like to see those other perspectives or see people actually doing it step by step. So if it ain't us doing it, if someone else does it, it's great for us to see it too. So
yeah, I like the tutorials where you have somebody talking and they're clicking the button, they're telling you what they're doing, they're telling you if it worked or didn't work, right? And what the results were, right? It's just easier to comprehend without doing it yourself, right? Of course, I find the best way to learn is actually doing it myself. So, I'm probably gonna, run up 10 or 20 wallets and put $5 in each of them and start moving some stuff around. That's the ultimate learning technique for me. Is the actual hands-on. So I'd encourage everybody to do that, with only money you can afford to lose, it's because it is in beta. But yeah, press the buttons, move $5, see what happens, report what happens, and there's a button on the page. If you have an error, there's a little question mark bottom right hand side where you can report an issue, right? Like directly to the devs. And that's the best way to report an issue, not in the Telegram room, not on Twitter. Press the button on the app and report to the devs, the thing that you don't like.
What do you think is next? What do you now that we have the platform launch in beta or the platform in beta testing that is out there, and we talked about maybe there's a launch phase or there's something that comes from here that we may see people, Richard talk about. He may talk about a launch phase or a token when token come out or otherwise. What do you think happens now with what we know from here?
I think the next step, like for ProveX, for PulseChain in general, is Richard coming back, right? Like, which I think probably requires him to, get rid of that nasty red notice, and then, him being able to come back and talk about the new thing, right? Because I can't see this launching and doing terribly well unless we have the boss come and talk about it, because that's just not how things work in crypto. Like, you need to have a representative who's talking about a product in order for it to be big. So I think it would work with just the community doing what the community does, and that would be fine. It'd probably work for us. But if Richard makes a live stream about it, it would be huge.
Yeah, I hope one way or another we get some green candles on PulseChain, and that's able. If Richard's back promoting it, talking about it, we get to see a live stream. We see 10 tweets a day. They're on that. Or if we don't, and it's just kind of like, well, the green candles keep happening because like we've got it to catch on somehow, and hopefully he's able to come back or able to promote some more with such good news and such chart data and stuff like that too. Either way, I hope. May 2026 be a decent year for the Hexicans and Pulsekins.
Indeed.
All right, everyone. That's all we got for you today. Fast Abdoul did a great job as usual. Where can people find out more about you and your products and stuff?
I can be found on X at Fast Abdoul, as seen on the screen here. I'm also prolific on Telegram, but beware of scammers. There's lots of scammers that pretend to be me. I will not send you private messages on X or Telegram unless you message me first. I'll never ask for your seed phrase or private keys, things like that. Everybody be careful out there.
All right, that's all we got for you today. Scivive and 5555. We are out.
Access is complete. Project not complete. They're not the same thing. Promise returns and go build something. How much X is Bitcoin up? Yeah. 1,000x over a penny. It was designed to replace fiat currency. Back to the 10,000x. Smart fucker I am. Everyone else cries and whines like a little bitch. 1,000x over a penny. It was designed to replace fiat currency. Back to the 10,000x. Smart fucker I am. Well, then it was fucking designed. 10,000x, it's impossible. How can he do that? Listen, you stupid fucks. Everything else is up higher. Bitcoin to 2 million X. $1,500 fucking dollars.